guess it's going live. I'm gonna check my stream, make sure it's all good. Setting up your
That's
meeting.
that's the waiting room music.
Uh,
Hey, I see us. All
awesome.
right. We are
Awesome.
now
Awesome.
launched, and I
Awesome.
see you. Oh my gosh. I should just like, oh my gosh. Now that I see this, oh my gosh. The beauty of this is that I could just move my mic with me. I mean, move my
I
camera
love
with
it.
me. Oh my gosh.
I love that.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? It feels good to be on Jeet's part of the world.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe let me post it on Instagram. Let people know that we're live. This shit's dope.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
with
Because we are
Nina.
live.
Yo, man, how long has it been?
Yo,
I
it's
think
been
last
like
time I
what,
saw you might
seven,
have been a
eight? Like
long.
it's,
Really? Oh
and
my
I'm talking about
god.
like in the facility, in within the Music Works facility. I mean, like,
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like let's see. Last time I was there, I think no, I don't think it's 7 years. That's too long. It's 2020 now. I must have visited there like 2015, 16 maybe. I feel like
it's
it's
been a
only
long
been like
time.
5 years.
It's
That's
been
still a
that
long
long,
time
ladies
though.
and gentlemen. All of you
2020,
guys.
2020 already feels like a fucking lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Yes, yes, it does actually. It's pretty weird. 2020 has it all started with Kobe.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just like one thing after the next. Yeah, that's crazy that you mentioned him. It's like,
Wait, I could go live on my Twitch too.
I'll go
No,
for
I'll
it.
do that.
Go for it. That's awesome.
Okay,
It's a
cause
great idea.
I could. I'll just go
Great
live.
idea. Great idea. I love it. Cross promo.
Cool, awesome.
Let me know when it's live. That's perfect.
Fresh. Okay, wait. This is one. Oh, this is an ant. Hold on. Oh wait, where's the live? I don't see it. Oh, I see us. Here we are. Hey, hey,
What's your
go.
Twitch
All
handle?
right, Twitch / Nina Creese.
Oh, easy.
Yep. I had to
Oh,
change
there
it
we go.
before I was Creasy 007, and because that's my
Uh
gamer
huh.
tag when I play games. But
Mm-hmm.
then when I realized, I went into somebody's chat and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And they didn't acknowledge me, and I'm like, "Wait a minute. Oh, they don't know my Freak Me by this name. God darn it." So from then I changed my Twitch name to Nina Crease because I'm like, people gotta know who
Yeah.
I am when I'm walking in.
Oh, for
I
sure,
probably
for sure. And there's nothing wrong with you being an audio engineer and playing video games. I think we all do.
Yeah, I think we all do too.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, we definitely got to get some gaming in.
Hell yeah! I actually wanted to
All right.
start playing online more. I haven't. I've only played like versus the computer. Haven't done too much online gaming. Should really get into that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and the community is they're welcoming, they're supportive. They've actually been really supportive of my music,
Really?
actually. Yeah, so they've actually been encouraging me to create more. I'll be totally
Hmm.
honest, and I'm creating. Oh well, man, I'm getting into the end of the juice here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can start from the beginning. Like I
All right, we
met
can.
you at Music Works. What was that? I don't know, 2013, 14 or something, right? That was yeah. You're right. It was about 7 years
That
ago.
was a
Yeah,
long
it's a
time.
long
I
time
was
ago.
like, I think I had just started to begun to understand Pro Tools at that time.
Wow, I was a baby. I was
What?
like,
Don't tell me that. Come on, don't tell me that. What does that mean?
like I knew
I'm
nothing
thinking you a
about.
baby now. What you talking about? What you talking about,
I
G?
knew nothing about the industry or how to what?
Oh,
Where am I? This is New
uh,
York. I'm in a studio. Wow, what are we doing?
Oh yes. Okay, wait, because we're live on my chat too, on my Twitch. We are live. What's up,
Excellent,
everybody?
excellent.
So tell everybody where you are from.
Oh,
And tell them a little bit about your backstory. Just so everybody, let's just tell them who Jeet Powell is, please.
okay. So I'm from India originally. I've
Whoop,
been doing
woo,
music
whoop, whoop.
for I want to say 20 plus years. My mom got me into it very very young. Learned music over the years. Got into sound engineering. Learned all that stuff about Pro Tools, engineering and stuff. Interned at a studio called Music Works New York City, where I met.
Hey.
That was my
Da, da,
first
da,
internship.
da.
That was my first internship.
Wow,
I
wow.
barely knew how to operate Pro Tools and stuff, but like you guys gave me so many opportunities. Like, I think I did my first band at MusicWorks. It was just like,
Oh, no way.
oh yeah, it was this Japanese thrash metal band called Oh, I thought I was wearing the T-shirt. I'm not. All right.
Oh, you see, usually you are. That's good to know, though. That's good to know, though. You see, so we know the promos real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then just kept going from there. You climb up eventually. And then now I work at the Criterion Collection and SAE and just do
Hey,
production on the side.
okay.
That's the
You
deal.
said just do production on the side. What are you talking about? You making some crazy. First of all, like he and I cover two different genres. I want you guys to know. Like I
Yeah.
am so not in the land of what do you call the music that you are making? Like, do
Just
you
call
even
it
have a
rock.
genre? Okay,
I just
you're
call it
making rock.
rock. Yeah.
Okay. Gee, I'm gonna tell you, I did not know it was you because Chris, let me tell you,
I don't know if I heard this story.
Chris was like, because Chris is wonderful. I love Chris. He's
For
always
sure.
like, he's spreading the word about what everybody's doing to keep the community together.
Yeah.
So
Chris, by
he's
the
like,
way, is the owner of MusicWorks, for those who don't know. Chris the
hey,
Burge.
shout out to Chris the Burge, founder of Youth Collective. So he was like, Nina, you won't believe this. Check this out. Check this out. I'm like, okay, what is it? Now Chris always wants to show us new music, so I was like, oh God, but so then I was like, oh, it's actually G. And he's like, yes, but you won't believe this, Nina. And he played a video. I saw a video.
Oh
And it was a
no.
video of you. No, I think it was one of the first videos you put up of you and your band
Oh
performing.
yeah, yeah. This must have
Yeah.
been yeah.
So I was like, and you were like, bro, da, 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 da. And I was like,
What?
no. I said, this is Jeet. Yes. Yes, this is Jeet,
Oh
Nina.
my
I was
god.
like, oh, he got all of that inside.
I got
Oh,
all these
okay,
demons, all the
okay.
demons inside of me.
Yo.
Oh, it's so funny. I
Oh
think
man,
Chris might
see
have
that?
messaged me about
I
that.
felt that on the vocal cords. That's a talent right there, G.
Yeah, it
That's
took.
why when Jeet just said, "Oh yeah, and I do a little production on the side," I'm like, whoa. I know you are not just gonna skim past that. You are a dope artist. Like
Oh, I appreciate that. I do.
you're a
That's
dope
really nice.
artist. Like
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I think I learned screaming from this guy called Yuri. It was so funny. I was like, dude, how do you do
oh,
that? And he did it right in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Doesn't it hurt? And he's like, no, I'm okay. I'm like, wow, I got to figure out how to do that. That's amazing.
no.
Yeah, there's
And
a
then he
proper
did it.
technique. Yeah,
And
there's a technique.
but you're doing it in key. You see? That's the thing. You're doing it
Oh,
you're
I
screaming
am?
in key.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Like it's like, yeah. I mean, I don't think it would be musical if you wasn't in key. I
Huh.
think then it would just be a bunch of noise.
That's a good point. I never, yeah, I gotta look into that. I never
Yes,
thought about
that's
that.
why I say it's a talent because anybody could just, but can you in key and change key and you know what I mean? Like, listen, you gotta control the you
Oh, and by the way, Nina, your songs are fucking dope as well. Like I've been listening to you for I want to say this is after I left Music Works. Chris told me that you were an artist. That's so funny. Yeah, Chris actually did expose each other to the art. That's
Oh
really,
yeah, that's
really
so
nice
yeah,
of
that's
him.
so funny.
But yeah, you are a dope artist. What? Like your singing is just beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, thank
Beautiful
you,
stuff.
thank
And even
you.
your production, right? You produce those beats too. Am I not mistaken?
No, actually, the ones that I'm singing on, no, I'm not
Really?
producing them. Yeah, I've been traditionally producing in that sense. Whereas,
Mmm.
someone, they give us the beat, and then we get the stems, and then if we need some extra drums to it, we get Chris to play percussion. If we need,
Nice.
if we need a sax, we call one of Chris's band members because they're amazing. So
Yeah.
we always add a little extra. Oh, on one of my songs, one of my releases, Hit My Jack, Jonathan Marin, he played the bass. He replayed the bass sick on it. So I do producing in the traditional sense, in
In
terms
the
of bringing the
sense
right
of
people
like
together.
how to get the big overall picture.
Yes, and Chris, he kind of shed light as to what I was doing over the years. He's like, your vocal coaching when you're doing this with the art, because I'm self-taught. I never went to audio engineering school.
Mmm.
So I never put labels as to what I was doing. I would just do it. And
Yeah.
then Chris is noticing, he's like, people charge extra for vocal coaching and for vocal producing in sessions. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just engineering a session. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
well, people charge. Yeah. So he kind of shed light on the different facets of the industry and
Mm-hmm.
to what I was already doing. So yeah, and yes, I do make beats. I do make beats, yes, but I haven't been releasing the songs that I'm doing to my own production. Not
Interesting.
just yet. Yes.
Oh, so wait, you didn't go to audience. So like, where did this start? Like, you just a singer? Like, is singing the first thing you did?
You know what? Okay. Yes and no. It's so funny because the way that my story was, like, I never really thought I just sang because I love to do it. But like when I was, I'll cut that. That's another day. Anyways, I'm gonna start from when I
Okay.
was in choir practice in fifth grade. I'll start from those days.
Excellent.
So, yes, that was when I first learned that I did have a voice because people kept encouraging me to sing. And I rapped too. So
Oh,
everybody knew me
nice.
more so as a rapper than a singer. It's so funny. You recognize me for this, right? But anybody that I meet from back when, way back when, they're like, yo, you still rapping? They know me as a
Mm.
rapper. It's so
Mm-hmm.
funny. And now in this time of my life, everyone knows me as a singer. So
Mm.
yeah, it's pretty cool how things change, but I'm actually going back into rap now.
Oh, really? No way.
Yeah, I'm going back into rap. I feel like it's called for. I put words together really and differently. I
Uh,
notice, which I think is called for. And I'm not trying to sound like no what's I'm not trying to sound like everybody else.
for sure.
So I guess that's
But you
it.
started with choir and rapping, so you
I
had
started with
like some sort
choir
of
and
training.
rapping and beating on the tables in the lunchroom
Mm.
and everybody ciphering. I come from those days.
Wow.
Yeah, I come from those days. I think
Wow.
I think that was like around the time when 8 Mile came out. And everybody
Wow.
was hype over that movie. Like I started getting into music around then. And then my choir teacher, track he gave me a 4-track recorder, like, because I used to come early. I was the first one there, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Right? So I guess the early bird gets the worm. I was the first one in there, and then he was like, "Hey Nina, do you need this?" I just got me a new blah blah blah, and I don't need this anymore. You want this? And I looked at it, and I was like, I had no idea what it did, and I was just like, yes, yes, I want it. So I took it, and then at the time, I was just recording my own music to like I was using a dual sided karaoke machine.
Wow.
So I was using one side, I caught the music, and the other side I recorded my voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the one that I had the music and the voice, then I put it to the other side, and then I recorded another track.
Yeah. Oh, old school.
I was doing it
Yeah.
that way, and then I got the 4-track recorder, and then I was like, wait a minute, I could control four on what? And then I was like, ooh, this is getting interesting. So so then I began to, and I was making beats on PlayStation on
What?
Music Generator. Yes. So I had my own production going. And I was recording my vocals on my 4-track recorder. So I was Yeah, I was making my own music back then. And
Wait,
then
PlayStation had a music generator? I don't remember this.
yes, check it out. Funkmaster Flex.
Wow.
They released a music generator and you can create beats
Wow.
within the video game. Yes. So I had plugged my PlayStation 2, my PlayStation 2 to the back of the 4-track recorder, and and that's how I pressed record on the tape. It was a
Yeah.
tape cassette. I pressed record on the tape, and then I recorded the beat that I created from the generator
Yeah, yeah.
into my
Into the tape.
karaoke.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
sorry, into the tape. Yes. So now I got a stereo of the beat, and now I got 2 tracks left for vocals. And then once I did the kind of meshed it, and then I started all over. So then I had 3 more tracks to work with. I did notice the sound got worse. I had the more tracks I did notice that, and I was thinking maybe I was doing something wrong. But then after doing like a few songs, you're like, maybe this is just the way it is, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then so I was using that up until I got to high school. Now I got to
Mm-hmm.
high school, and still same thing. Everybody knew me as a rapper. I was in the hip hop club. I was active. First of
Yeah.
all, I played basketball, which I don't think a lot of people know. I I was I was a star player in high
Oh,
school.
damn.
Actually, I was number 1 in New York City
Oh,
in
shit.
PSAL.
No
Yeah,
way.
for points, for most points per game. I scored
Damn.
51 points in a game once.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's
Yeah, I went off
amazing.
that game. I think that was my last game. I went off. I was like, man, if I go, I'm gonna go out with a bang. And my coach he kept me out for the last 8 minutes. I was so upset because they had that whole, no mercy rule. I mean, that whole mercy rule in high school. And he was like, I can't keep you in.
Ah.
I'm gonna look bad as a coach. Man, come on. Come on. Should have kept me. I would have had more than 51. I think I would have dropped 75 that game easy because I was on
God.
fire.
That's hilarious. Oh my
But needless to
god.
say, I'm gonna take it back to music. So a friend of mine was like, Nina, you won't believe it. I got this internship at a studio, and he said I could bring my friends if I want to. You want to come to the studio with me? I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, you sure the guy's not gonna mind? He's like, nah, he's not gonna mind. He's cool. I was like, all right, all right. So I went to the studio, and then, long story short, I ended up getting the internship over him.
No. What? How? What? How did that happen?
Well, because I guess because of the place between the PlayStation and the actual tapes, and I just understood waveforms. It all
Yeah.
made sense to me, so it wasn't foreign. I understood why I was doing, so I
Yeah.
understood the grid, I understood the slip, I understood. um I did get basic training, as opposed to the BPM
Mm-hmm.
and the that stuff I wasn't paying at all.
Yeah.
uh
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so I learned a lot, but yeah, I just picked it up a lot faster, and then I ended up
Yeah.
getting the gig there, and
Wait, which
then
studio
I
is
worked
this?
there.
This is
That
music
was
work?
Explode Studio.
No, this is Explode.
No, that was Explode. Yeah, that
When
was
was,
that was before.
when is this? What year is
That's
this?
This was what, 07.
Oh, 07. Wow. Okay. Is this
07,
in
I
New
think.
York?
Yes, this is in the heart of the hood. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, Jeet. I remember one day I was in my car driving down like East New York, and then I just heard it was like, Nina, yeah. I was like, that's when I knew. I was like, oh no, they know me. No, oh no. I was like, they really know me around. Oh shoot. I'm getting recognized in these areas. Oh, so this is where everybody's from. Because I don't know where people are from. I just know they come to me. And it was in Bed-Stuy. So
Hmm.
But come to find out, people coming from Brownsville. I'm driving now is when I'm driving through the city and I'm out, but I'm seeing people that I know. This is how I knew I was in the heart of the hood. You know,
Yeah,
like they was
yeah, yeah.
coming from all over to come and record at my studio.
Wow.
Well, not my studio, but at the place that I was working in.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, but the thing that I mean, I was meant to work there. I know I'm a big believer in all things for a reason, you know, because my eyes opened up to a lot while I was there. I saw a lot. I got to talk to people. I got to understand why some kids do what they do. You
Mm.
know, like for example, I remember recording being there at 10 a.m. These aren't my hours anymore. Just to tell you, 2 p.m. start for Crease. Do not try to reach me before 2 p.m. You're not gonna get me. All right, Jeet, I love you, Jeet. You see, you got me here early, Jeet.
I
I
was
love you,
just gonna say.
You, yes, Jeet.
I
All
did not
right.
know that, but I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it.
You see, that's how much love I got for Jeet. But I remember I'm being in the session at 10 a.m., you know, and they're booking like 4 or 5 hour sessions with me, you know, so from 10, 11, 12. And then I'm like, mind you, this is like, all right, so now a group of them are in the session, and I remember hearing one of them talk like, yeah, yeah, you see him. The next time I see him, I'm gonna kill that nigga. And no, like, I turned around and Jeet, he was showing his gun on his way. He was
Oh
strapped.
God!
I'm like, yo, this kid is like freaking 10. Like, what the?
Wow!
And that's when I woke up and I'm listening to now what he's saying in his raps. And I'm listening and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So there definitely is a connection between the music and the message,
Uh-huh.
you know, and how it is being received, because some children are receiving it as reality. And that's when I
Mm.
said, oh, okay. And that's when all of the fun and the shoot 'em up thug life type music for me kind of, I,
Wow.
I stopped liking it when I saw the effects right before my eyes.
That's so. Oh man.
So from then on, I don't think I've, you know, back then I used to joke, make songs like my name was C Murder. That was like my gangster rap name.
Wow.
Like, and from then on, I stopped that crap because I'm not going to be promoting the younger people looking like, you know, they look like me. Like, these are younger me's freaking living this life because what? Because of the environment that they in is encouraging
Yeah.
it. They don't see no
Yeah.
other way out. And
Right.
you listen, what you hearing, you thinking that's the way out, and it's not.
Mm.
It's just a lie. And it's like, I'm not going to be promoting that type of lifestyle. I don't want that for my people. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want to turn around and see nobody doing that. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And then I think like from then on, like I started to think, and then like I remember one time I had a dream. This was my cue. Let me tell you, I had a dream one time that I was in the studio, and I think the cops came in, and they ran through the studio, and of course I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm the elder and these are kids and we letting them do whatever they want, you know.
Mm.
I just turned my eyes, I'm like, you guys have fun, just don't bring it in here, you know.
Right.
We
Right.
still had the no smoking rule in the room, but
Mm-hmm.
outside, you know, they had a balcony, people could
Mm-hmm.
go outside and do whatever. But I had a dream one time that the police came in and they raided the place and they locked up those kids, and I remember hearing gunshots because they started shooting at the cops, and then
Oh
I ducked
shit.
under the console, like holding my head like, oh shoot, like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that very day I said, I am leaving this place. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way I want this kind of stuff in my consciousness at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So that was the very day I started looking at other studios to start working at.
But that's an interesting point, man. Like, music is powerful. It makes you think certain ways. It makes you feel certain ways. It makes you act certain ways. For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
huge. No, it's very cool that you recognize that. So you got out of that whole.
I
Is
got
that
out
why
of it
you left?
immediately.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was one of the main reasons why I left. On top of like, I didn't feel secure. Like, we didn't have a. I started to put a limit as to how many people I want there. I'm like, wait a minute,
Mm.
wait a minute. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I take a good look in the mirror every day. You know, like I see myself. Why am I the only female here with 25 guys in the next
Yep.
room? I
Yep.
spoke to the owner. I'm like, listen, can you at least
Yeah.
stay here with when I have sessions? Like, like or hire somebody to be here because I need some sort of backup. You know,
Yeah.
maybe having somebody on call isn't enough. I need somebody in the next room who, if I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
scream, they hear immediately.
Yo, that must
Like,
have been scary. Like, I just thought about that. How did you not realize that right off the bat?
all right, but I never, you know, I guess it comes with being aware and growing, you know, because back
Yeah,
then I
yeah,
was
yeah.
very like, I was so into like, I was fascinated by the music equipment and it was all like, you know, it was all, it took over. And it was the first time I was working with people and people was actually liking my work. And
Yeah.
back then, if I'm engineering, people are like, yo, Nina, hop on this track. I'm like, sure. You know, back then, those were the days. Yeah, they caught me. I'm on a few of those tracks. Like I hope they alive. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I heard so many stories of people that I used to work with just they're not here anymore. Like the first guy I ever did a session with, Stilo. What up, Stilo? You know, rest in peace. He's not here anymore.
Damn.
He went out high fashion, I believe, in a race. He was freaking in a high speed car. You know, the cops
Oh
was not catching
God.
him. The cops was not catching him. Like he went out like I was like, when they told me how he went out, I was like, all right, I could see it. He went out like a G. All right, Steve, I see. But and he was like one of the ones that was like in charge of like, you know, he was in charge of the group, you know, of the like 20 people that was coming. So and he was cool. So I never kind of felt I didn't feel, you know, it was like I felt secure in certain instances because some people were cool.
Sure,
You know,
sure,
like
sure, sure.
whenever there was always it's the wannabes that's the problem.
Right,
It's the wannabes that think they have a point to prove.
right,
It's the
right,
wannabes that I have to put in check.
right,
It's the
right, right.
wannabes, and you could put them and I put them in check so easy, Jeet,
What'd you
so
do?
easy.
What'd you do?
First off, I turned all my courtesy off. I turned quarter courtesy off. So
Ah.
yeah, totally. I'm like somebody was so they said something in a session, like they got at me. I was like, oh, and I'm not gonna fight back. Nah, B, I know my position. I was like, okay. So from then on, you didn't get
You
no,
didn't get
oh, where
Nina.
you didn't get, oh, where would you like me to take it from? Nah, I took it all the way from the top. I turned your input monitoring off.
Ooh.
So I can't even hear you. I turn it off. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
just irritating shit.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. What did you say? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. All right. So, okay,
Oh, that's interesting.
right before the hook. I got you. I take them from the middle of the verse. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that's where I don't know your song. I'm sorry. I thought that's where it started.
Oh my God, just fucking with people.
Now you want to disrespect me? I'm gonna disrespect your whole right now.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty
how I get
badass.
them back. Because they forget. They forget who's really in control here. They forget. Don't disrespect me. Yes, yeah, everything is dependent on me. Like,
Hey,
come on, relax.
what's your worst session? I want to know what the worst session was ever.
I think that probably was one of my worst ones. All right, one of
Really?
my worst.
Like
Let me
just
see.
awful.
Yeah,
Like,
that probably was one.
you know,
Oof.
just like fuck this.
All right,
I'm not doing this.
Oh, all right, so it comes along with the disrespect. This person, it was another female, and she was being very condescending. Like, like when I tell you, Jeet, like you understand how things are a process, and sometimes in order to do one thing, you have to do two things,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, she would say, "Oh, can you take this ad lib and bring it to the other track," right? Because
Mm-hmm.
she wanted to sound a certain way. So
Mm-hmm.
before I do that, I'll like clip off a little bit beginning, you know, just to clean it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm about to do it. But she'll be like, "Did I ask you? Did I say to delete that?"
Oh
Yes,
shit.
like
What?
along those
No,
lines.
no, that's too much. That's too much. That's
I
too
never
much.
worked with that person again. I told Chris I'm never working with that person again.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
person wanted me to work with their child. I said they effed it up for their child. I don't want nothing to do with them.
But you stuck
No,
out through the
you effing it
session.
up for your.
You stuck it out
I
through the
stuck it through the
session.
session, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
listen, and at the end of the session, hold on, there were some producers in the room. There were some producers in the room, and they knew me too. They knew me. And at the end of the session, one of them came to me. He put his hand on my shoulder, and he was like, "Thank you for being so professional, Nina."
Oh. So even he knew. Even he knew this is
So
fucked up.
even he knew, like, whoa, all right, all right, Nina could either be professional or Nina could get ghetto on her ass.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
oh shoot. So when he said that, that confirmed I wasn't tripping and that I was in the right place with what I felt.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I'm just not gonna work with them no more because I don't want no drama. I don't want no. Everybody isn't for you. You know,
For
she can
sure.
work with other people that she want
For
to
sure.
talk to like that. I don't like to be spoken to like that.
But
So I don't
who
work
but who likes to be talked like that? I don't like nobody.
I don't know, and I don't know what make them think that Nina
Yeah.
Creese.
Yeah.
Nina Creese is all about increasing the peace. Okay,
Oh, I like that. I like that.
that's right. That's my tag. You know, increase the peace.
I like that. That's really cool. Wow. Yeah, no, those
So,
kinds of people I think the worst sessions that I've also had have also been the people who are super condescending. I mean, I've only had
ugh,
really one that's like really it was like some A&R dude. I just not loving it.
oof.
Just bad.
Oh,
But
with his head up his ass. Oh, some of them. Oh yeah, a lot of them are like that.
yeah, and drinking and shit. It was bad.
Oof, oof. I feel for you, Jeet. I feels for you.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the worst. Yeah, you just want to be
Oof.
around positive people who just want to make cool shit.
What
Yeah.
was your worst session? What
That
was
was it.
yours?
The one with
Okay,
the
okay,
A&R.
okay. So
It
same
was
same thing, kinda. Okay.
yeah, it was like I guess we were doing like a writing session for some record label who wanted to pitch a song to I think it was Rihanna. I can't be sure.
Okay.
Rihanna's cool. But
Yeah, she is. She is.
yeah, so this like little 16-year-old girl came and she was doing the melody lines. I guess she was top lining. So I was like, "Oh, this is easy session. I'm literally just gonna record her, and that's it. It's not even like a recording session. It's like a track. It's like a writing session."
Okay.
And the A&R dude says like, "You know what? I'm gonna stick around during the session." And like just from like the jump, like, "Hey,
Ugh.
like I'm gonna bring in full bottle of wine, just like let's fucking do this," and just like over my neck, like, "What the fuck are you doing? No, what? That's stupid. That's no, don't do that."
What?
And I was like, okay,
Oh
no, no,
no.
hold on. It gets so much worse. So we were at the end of the session, and he's like, "You know what? We're gonna extend another 5 hours." And I was like, "Oh." Yo, when I
Oh.
tell you, after the end of that, I was in tears. Like I literally, after they left, I closed it up. I sat in the room, and I was like, I just started like tears, like real tears. I was like, man,
Oh
maybe I'm
man.
just, maybe this is
That's
just not it.
abuse.
Hey, it is. It is what it is. I mean, same thing happened. All I said was, I told the manager, like, "Look, appreciate the opportunity, but just find somebody else to do that session today. Like, not for me,
Yes.
not for me."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. First off, Chris said, I'm not. Chris said, all right, we blocking her. We don't want nothing to do with her. I'm like, Chris said, we're not even gonna put another engineer through that. We're not even gonna do it.
That's really nice.
The money
That is
is
nice.
not worth it. The money is
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
The money is not worth. These people think they money talk. No, you talk.
Mm,
You talk.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The money
yeah.
talks loud to certain people.
To
You
some
know,
people,
like I'm
yeah,
sorry. I respect. I respect myself.
yeah.
Do not speak to me that way.
Yeah, I don't need what was it? I think it was like I was getting 15. Yeah, I don't need 15 an hour to be talked like that. Fuck that. I'm good. I'm
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Like Yes. It's not. We're exactly. Tell somebody else to do that session, sir, please.
Yeah. Wait, so when did you get to Music Works? When did that happen?
I got to
Was
Music
that
Works.
after Explode?
Yeah, that was after Explode, and then I came to Music Works, and then shortly after, that's when we met, because I had just like kind of like got comfortable in the
Wait,
studio,
when
and
did you
then you
join?
came.
When did you join Music Works?
Dang, when did I join Music Works?
10, 10, 11?
Had to be around there. Yeah. Yeah, it
Hmm.
had to be around 11. I think around 11. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was, first off, I remember I met Chris. I think it was like, it was either on my birthday or around my birthday. So it was like the beginning of the year,
Mm.
beginning of like 2000. I think it was like 2011. Whatever. I just get lost in time.
Sure, sure.
But yeah, it has been like 8, 9. It's gonna be some time. Yeah. So I
Wow.
came in. So yeah, we might be right. 6
Yeah.
years or so. We
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
like sit down in the same like room at Music Works. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, how did you meet Chris? You were just saying it. You met him
no, yeah. So
around
I
your
was
birthday?
I was I was looking around at other studios. I was checking. And once I decided I was gonna leave, I made business cards and I started handing them out to people that I wanted to work
Nice.
with. Not to
Nice.
everybody, just to some. So, um, yeah, and then I started looking at other studios, and then another friend of mine was like, "Oh, you gotta try Music Works," and Music Works wasn't even on my radar at the time. So I was like, "All right, okay." And then he was like, "Yeah, you gotta try Music Works. I met the owner one time. He's a very lovely guy. He'll take great care of you. Great care of you if you go there." I was like, "All right, all right." So off of that, um, he told his friend that he knew was that was cool with Chris. He told his friend like, "Hey, can you do me a favor and introduce Nina to Chris?" So Christiane, she brought me to Music Works. She drove me to Music Works from Brooklyn.
Wow.
Yeah, so from Brooklyn, she drove me to Music Works and introduced me to Chris. And then I had brought my resume at that time, and I told him I was looking to, I needed a space to work with some of my peoples that I was already working with in Brooklyn. So he was like, "All right." So I came in on that end. I kind of already had a book
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
of people to work with. So that's why
Nice.
I was never an intern at Music Works. I came in,
Oh, got it, got it. As an
yeah,
engineer.
I came in as an engineer wanting to use the space. And
Yeah, yeah.
then from having my own people, when people called Chris for a session, he was like, "Hey, are you available?" So that's how I
Right.
kind of came into, and then I was using Cubase. So
Huh.
that's when I came to music where he's like, "Okay, if you gotta do some sessions for us, are you familiar with Pro Tools?" I was like, "No."
uh,
So then I had to learn how to use Pro Tools.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
that's
yeah,
how
but that must have been okay, right? Cubase, Pro Tools, a little
it was
different.
well, it was totally different. Oh my
Really?
gosh.
I haven't
I
used Cubase.
From Cubase to Pro Tools, that's what made me realize I really didn't know what I was doing.
Ah, really?
Yeah, like I thought I knew what I was doing, but it made me realize I really did not know what I was doing. And that it was really how everything was routed and set up. I was using a template session to record all the time. So I was never really
Ah.
recording from scratch to really
Mm.
realize, okay, so this compression is set to that, and that is set to this, and this is set to that. I wasn't really doing all of that. I was using my nice templates that was set for me, and
Yeah.
everything was just working
Yeah.
accordingly. Then I got the Pro Tools, and then I had to set all that up from scratch. And I'm like, wait, what? The auxiliary? What? The what? Like literally, Jeet, yes. I was like, auxiliary? What the hell is
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a
So
lot of
they,
my students get confused with that, like auxiliary buses. What?
yeah, like
What's going
what?
on?
Oh my God, holding my head, like, oh no. So then, yeah, that's when I realized, okay, now I'm in a whole nother level of this audio stuff, like
Mm.
next level, next level. So I tried to pick up on it on my own. And I did as much as, as much of the transference of whatever I could do. And it wasn't enough. So Chris gave me a tutor. He hired
Nice.
Christo Santillis, oh my God, phenomenal mix engineer. Oh, let me turn on my volume. Sorry. Oh no, that's not me. That's church.
Church?
You know how they come around with the vans every now and then
Oh shit.
with the loud
No,
church music
not
playing.
in my neighborhood, I guess.
Oh my gosh. They started doing this about like last summer.
Oh, I
It's
thought it
like,
was because of COVID or something. They're just like spreading the church around because of COVID.
well, I'm sure hearing it more because of COVID. That's for sure. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
COVID. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Right? I wasn't ready. I wasn't. That's how everybody feels about COVID. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Sounds like Kevin Hart.
Yes, everybody feel like Kevin right now.
Oh
Like
man.
what?
So you had to figure out Pro Tools. You got a tutor. What's his name again?
Oh, Cristo Santillis. So
Mm.
he was like head engineer at Sony at some point. So he was rocking all the artists, all the big
Yeah.
artists, Mary J,
Wow.
freaking, oh my God. Like I told him, like, I just want to set I you know what? I'm gonna put that on my list because I'm gonna just have a night where I play all the songs that he mixed. Like his playlist alone, he got hits. I'm like, I love Cristo Santillis.
Yo,
So
that's a
and
good
he's a dope.
playlist.
Yes, yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it took me back to like my first time in New York, hearing music on the radio, like playing out the stations, like just walking down the street, like hearing it in boom boxes. And stuff. I'm like, you mixed that song? That's you?
Wow.
What? Yeah. So I'm like, whoa. I'll send you his profile. Maybe
Hell
he's a
yeah.
good one. He's a
Totally.
good one. He's awesome. Um, so yeah. So he got me a tutor. Christos taught me Pro Tools, taught me and then he taught me some mix tricks, and still to this day that is still my mixing mentor. Like
Wow.
he sent me the new, Mix Guide 2020. He's always just like keeping
Wow.
me informed, like, oh,
Yeah.
did you check out these plugins? This is awesome.
Oh,
Boom
that's
boom. Like,
so nice.
and he makes high-end audio cables, so he's like totally on another level. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
And he's doing production too, so we're all creators. The engineers were creators.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I
so
guess
too.
so.
No, we
Like,
are. I think it's always the creative people who get into sound engineering. Like either we were musicians or artists, or we have something that connects us to just sound and how we hear sound and frequencies. We're just like fascinated by that. Totally, we're
yeah,
totally creative.
yeah. What's up? What? Come on, we're cool. Engineer club, man. We cool. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's definitely become more cool over the past decade or so. It's definitely become like a thing because, like, if you think about the 80s and 90s, or at least the stories I hear, engineering wasn't like this cool thing that people wanted to do. It was like just low key behind the scenes shit, tracking audio onto tapes. But now it's like everybody wants to be an engineer, producer. Everybody's into that now.
Yeah, I mean, well. Then again, it's because this is the era of all. And
The
when I say
power,
that,
yeah.
like, yeah, you could pick it up and do it. Like the technology is there, it's available.
Yeah,
So why not? You
that's
know?
true. The accessibility has blown everything open. Like the
Yeah, and Jeet, let's just talk on this. Now,
yeah.
especially they got all of these little mix templates that they sell it now. So, Jeet, I love how you Jeet, I love how you laughed at that, G, because that's how I laughed at it. Every time I see those commercials, like, look, are you tired of your big sound? I'm like, yo, like, G, one time I just wrote under this, I was like, just stop selling people a dream, please.
Yeah. Yo, I get that so much in my feed. Like your mixes shouldn't sound like shit in 2020.
Yes. That's one of the top ones. G, let's talk on this, and let's talk to people about the importance of us. Go ahead, G. You want to start on that? Like,
Okay, I'm actually a little divided on it because me as an engineer, I want to be a part of the process from the building up, and I think if you hire an engineer who knows what he's doing, they'll help you get the sound you can get, and you can get this kind of unique sound that does not exist out there. You can work together, collaborate, and build something new. Whereas if you start going the template route in terms of like, hey, I want to sound like
Travis Scott templates and the little
exactly.
Uzi.
But yeah, okay, but it's like McDonald's. It's like you're just mass producing and throwing shit out there. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but the other side of me is like, but is this getting people excited about
Well, you
music
know
to
what, Jeet, think
create?
about it. Think about it, Jeet. A lot of people that we work with, right? And I'm just gonna keep it real. A lot of them, they're like, "Yo, make me sound like Travis Scott. Give me that
Mm,
effect." So
mm,
to those extents, I could see where that's useful for us, because we ain't
mm.
gotta worry about it. Let me go to that Travis Scott thing that we just.
Preset, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So for us, yes, in terms of
Mm,
serving other people, it is helpful. But I mean, we both know everybody's vocals the same, so that template may work on you, but it might not work on me because I might not
right,
have, like I need different points to be touched in my vocals for me to even sound like that.
right, right, right.
So us being engineers, we know the templates will only get us but so far. It's like a preset.
For
A
sure.
preset is a start.
Yeah, it's a
You
start.
don't sit with the preset. You touch the you start it and then you adjust it as such because
Yeah,
everybody is different. No two people sound the same. So
absolutely.
that you know you
Absolutely.
have to understand what you're doing to a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you need engineers to kind of find that unique help you find that uniqueness. If not engineers, at least producers.
Yeah,
But like
yeah. That comes back and
yeah,
that goes back to
you're just
unique
gonna
sounds. Yep.
it's unique sounds. Yeah, exactly. If you just turn on the preset, you're not really pushing the boundaries of art. Is it really your art at the end of the day? Maybe I don't know. It gets very sketchy. But then more people get excited about it, and that kind of
First off, wait
spreads
a
the
minute,
word
G.
about
I got a
music.
question, G. I got a
Mm.
question. So is there now you're listening to me? Listen, check me out on this. Who's the engineer that engineered these Travis Scott vocals that they selling? Because
Oh,
if
I don't
anything,
know.
he's the one. Whoever is the one who created that Travis Scott sound, that Travis Scott EQ. They're the ones. Let's talk about copyrights. They say they doing it on music. Engineers deserve respect too. Engineers deserve the who's responsible for those Travis Scott sounding EQ vocals. You are deserve right. You got rights, my man. Girl, you got rights. All right, like you
Hell
understand
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how is this little person from the street gonna take something that like this is the sound that this engineer created and you recreated it and now you're selling it and making a profit off of it?
That's a
Where's
good
the
point.
engineer, the original engineer's cut?
That's a good
Where
point.
is it now?
Do you
Now, G,
think
we're gonna clip this in the audio and we're gonna spread this around
yeah,
because
do you think he's
we
getting
the
a cut?
engineers deserve some respect.
You
Oh,
think
I
he's
want to
getting a
find out.
cut? Yeah.
We're gonna send this clip around. This clip is gonna
Yeah,
spread,
yeah. I
and
was
the
just
engineers
thinking.
deserve some respect.
I mean, I'm sure
Why?
Travis Scott is getting a cut for sure. It's his name. But the
Let's not be too sure.
engineer.
We
Oh,
can't be too
it's
sure.
oh really?
I,
You don't think he'd sue them if he found out?
no,
Travis Scott?
because he's not engineering.
You think it's under his radar? Just like whatever.
Well, what does that have to do? What they're using his name? It's Travis
Yeah,
Scott
his brand.
vocals.
Yeah, his brand name. You don't think he's getting a cut? I think he might be. Low key, I think he might be getting a cut. But that's a good point. The engineer who helped create that sound, I think he should be getting a cut too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
That's
right.
a good
That's
point.
right.
That is a good point.
That's right.
We got to find out who the
We're gonna
engineer
find out
was who
who
created.
created that sound. Somebody find that out for us. We're gonna do another podcast and feature you for finding that critical
Little
information.
expose.
Yes, that's right. We're gonna have a 5-minute segment where we expose.
Oh man, I
That's
saw
right.
this ad. I don't know if you've seen this one. Have you seen those MIDI packs? Yeah.
Oh,
Man, we don't even have
oh,
to be musicians anymore.
oh,
It's beautiful.
oh my God! Listen, G. First off, G, if you find those, send me that link because I need that. Send me that link, G. I need that.
What is it called? The
those.
MIDI pack something.
Yeah, the MIDI, they're
It's
MIDI
just
packs.
this. It's basically this incredible. I think he's like a jazz pianist or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I know.
you just hear
And
it. I'm like, man, I gotta get. I mean, I know how to play piano a little bit, but even I want some of those. That's some really cool
I know
stuff.
exactly what you're talking about. Oh my God, the guy sitting in front of his little piano. I know exactly what you're talking about. Are you still struggling to find melodies? Could you use something like this for your next project? I know exactly who you're
Yo,
talking
not
about.
gonna lie, that shit is a brilliant idea though. I can't believe
Yes.
nobody
All
thought of
right.
that.
Now, guess what though? All right. Now, all right. Yes, it's a brilliant idea, but But are you ready? This is where the real musicians got to come out, because
Mm.
I hear what he plays, right? And maybe it's just because, shout out to Chris the Burge taking me under his percussion wing. So
Yeah.
I've been playing percussion and I'm listening to jazz musicians more. Maybe it's because I have that ear. I
Mm.
can hear the craftsmanship of the keys and the timing. Like,
Mm.
and even though I hear his commercial, and yeah, he played the keys, he played the chords, the pop chords. I heard it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you
Mhm.
didn't play the pop chords.
Mm.
There's no heart in that. Now this
I
is
know
where
what you mean.
yeah, you know exactly what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I could tell you quantized that, my man. You
Yeah. Yeah.
quantized
Yeah.
it. I needed to naturally fall in key and in time.
Mm.
That's where I feel if any of the musicians now are looking like you could shine now, because you
Mm.
have that already. You
The
have
uniqueness. Yep.
that
Yep.
realism that we need. We don't just need another quantized MIDI pack. We
Yeah.
need a heartfelt MIDI pack now, so we could really. And I mean, we could give the artist credit for collab. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, give them
Right.
credit on the rec. Why not? That's their keys. That's their. It's like that's how I feel
Yeah.
about it.
There's definitely a difference between a MIDI pack and like a real piano player on a piano playing in front of you. Oh, for sure. And like
Yeah.
I've always been in fact, I get very self-conscious about myself. I think the reason why I get so self-conscious is because I love that human feel to things, and I feel like I hold myself back cuz everything out there is like perfect. Perfect grid,
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
grid, good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I keep thinking like, man, this has no life in it. I can't
Yeah.
do it. So I feel like sometimes I hold myself back just because I want it to be natural and raw and just like, you know?
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I
under
know exactly. I know it's. You know what? That's the artiste in you, my friend. Let me tell you,
mm,
and I learned that when I was in sessions, and Chris is executive producing me, on
mm-hmm,
my music. So
mm-hmm.
when we're in the studio and I'm thinking I'm doing it a certain way, and he's like, no, it should sound more like this.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you need that
For sure.
sometimes.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, there's a difference. I mean, even back
Yeah, there's a huge
a couple of
difference.
years
Yeah.
ago, like I would just like hit record and let the vocalist go, but now I'm like, what are you trying to say? What you're not
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't feel you. I don't believe
I'm
what are you
not
talking about?
feeling it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's important.
yeah,
That human aspect is really important, I think. Very important. Very, very
yeah.
important.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
understand it
funny.
before. I used to just try to knock things down just to knock things down. Just
Yep.
like to finish a song just to finish a song.
Yep.
But now I don't do that anymore. I don't put myself on a on deadline per se for
Mm-hmm.
because I notice my song sounds like I put it on a deadline.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
my God, that's so interesting. I went through the same thing with my band, and it got to the point where I just got really bitter about the process. I was just like, man, all right, just to meet the deadline. My heart wasn't in it. There is one song out
Yeah.
there that I was just like, man, whatever, deadline. All right, fucking get this done. When I listen back now, I'm like, man, why didn't you just like what you're doing this to be expressive and be artistic? Why didn't you just take the time? Like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And then
I get it.
I want to be proud in what I show and what I play people. I want to
Yeah, yeah.
that's why I like some of that old stuff that I did. Like, I want to take it down off of the YouTube, but then I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
No,
It'll
no.
show growth. It shows growth. You
Yes,
see what I was
yes,
doing 12 years from
yeah.
now, and you
Keep
see
it.
exactly where I am now. Yeah.
No, keep
So
it for sure because yeah, exactly. That's your legacy. Like it shows how you've
yeah,
grown. Oh, you should definitely keep that up, and it's good
yeah.
stuff
And
too.
I'm
So
starting to. Oh, thank you. And I'm starting to. I'm gonna add more, a lot more, a lot more.
that's awesome.
A lot more, like, I gotta put more music out on YouTube. I like the days of, I'm not even gonna lie, I like the days of when, like, some of my favorite Neo songs, he never
Mm.
released it, but it's on YouTube, you
Yeah, yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love that. And I could still find it to this day. Like, this one song from Neo, like, Lonely, you
uh,
know? That means I'm lonely. Yo, that is my jam. Like, and it's not released, but it's on YouTube, and I love that. And the fact that that's how I'm gonna start releasing a lot more of my music, because I
yeah,
want the people who actually love my music to be able to discover it,
Right.
And I'm finding that everybody's using YouTube. So
Yeah, YouTube is where Twitch is good. I mean, that's really good that you're on Twitch. I've thought about it many times. Twitch is actually like I think it's like second in video streaming to
Twitch is
YouTube.
a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, shout out to the Twitch. What's up, everybody? I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to the comments, but we are live right now on Jeet's YouTube. Here is the page, guys.
Oh,
Check
that's
it out.
very
Check
nice.
it out. I'm live on the page. This is his page. Look at me. I'm saying this is his page. Check the page out. You gotta come to this. This is the page to come to. I'm sorry, I'm not in the chat, but we are live, and I'll get back to you guys later. I appreciate you guys coming and checking in on us. I'm just telling him all about how. Oh, I see you guys. Hey, you guys here? What's up? So, I'm just telling Jeet about how awesome Twitch is. So Twitch is really cool in a sense of you could put your personality in, your page, and like I created my ninja emote, so that shows like, that's my name, that's me. I'm a ninja. You know what I mean? And then when you're a partner, you could have up to like 25. Right now, I'm a Twitch affiliate.
Nice.
Twitch.tv/Nina Creese. So
Excellent.
it's easy. It's just my name. If you guys ever want to see what I'm up to.
Excellent.
I'm creating a lot of custom music, and I'm giving my subscribers access to my custom playlists.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so my subscribers.
When did you start your Twitch?
I started my Twitch a few months ago, so I'm feeling like,
shit.
Yeah, so fairly it's pretty new, but are you on Mac or PC?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Mac.
Okay, so it hasn't been an easy journey for me on Mac.
Really?
Because everything that's why I asked you, because I'm just gonna drop it all to you, my man. Just because we're being real. So it's been a terrible Mac journey on Twitch. It's been terrible, G. I'm gonna tell you the real. I'm just telling you the real. Like, It's been great in terms of everybody has been so welcoming and they've been so lovely. Like, people in the comments right now. I don't even think I categorized this right because I didn't want to mess up anything. I just put that I went live, right?
Yeah.
So, but they hear, and they're commenting. They're using their custom emotes. Everybody has their own custom stuff, so they show love in their own ways. They could add bits, so you could also get paid. You get a little bit of money, So it people support. I have to say, I really love the support that I'm getting on Twitch. When I say terrible, I mean, I'm talking about my technical journey and the incompatibility between all of the software, the streaming software, and the music and the Mac capabilities. That's what I mean by terrible. I'm having a phenomenal Twitch experience. I love everybody. I go live every day, just so you know.
Nice.
Every day I go live and I do something different, whether I'm playing games or I'm working on music or I'm DJing. I'm gonna have a DJ too, so I'm doing my
That's
DJ
really
streams.
Awesome.
Which I gotta add some of that Jeet music in my set list. I need some custom Jeet music. All right, you guys.
I didn't know you DJ'd.
Live.
When did you start DJing?
Yes, I'm DJing. I just started like a few months ago. I'm taking a DJ course.
Damn, this Corona has like really pushed you into like DJing, streaming.
So yes, exactly. So MusicWorks, the facility, we was under the shutdown order due to the Corona, and I literally just took this time and dived into what I was doing at 2 a.m. in the morning when I got home from the studio. So instead of me only having my 2 a.m. to 4 or 5 to work, really, now I got the whole day. I could do my research, and if I'm not live, I'm doing research, and if I'm not doing research, then I'm making music. If I'm not making music, then I gotta work on my new website. If I'm not working on my new website, then I gotta work on my new this, And on top of that, it's all trying to be of service to the community as well. Like, I still want to engineer because people are comfortable with me. I understand that's an important aspect as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
So we're still gonna keep the community, the MusicWorks community, even though the facility is currently, under the Corona whatever order. So, but yeah, it's been cool in that essence, and everybody's still been in contact. They're like, "Hey, Nina, I see you ain't been posting much on IG. Just hope everything's all good." Send
that's
some love.
Really sweet.
Yeah, so the love is real. That's all that it showed me.
But
So
you're
I
really killing this Corona time. Then you're doing so
yes,
much.
the Corona time, yes, and that's when I don't understand how people just let me not just I don't listen.
No, say it,
I
say
am a
it. Yo,
big
I love it. I love it. Say it. That's great.
all right. I don't understand how people just you cannot say you are bored during
Yeah.
Corona time. You cannot say I just
Yeah.
don't know how you didn't pick up anything for yourself
Mm.
during this time. Like if you didn't have any goals and aspirations for yourself,
Mm.
like whether that be a better teacher than I was, be a better this than I was, and I'm gonna try and go for it. Like I don't
Right.
understand what you was doing. I hope people just didn't use this time to just stay posting on social media
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
that's what every time I go on, and it got me so upset to just keep seeing the same shit on social. That's why I'm not on social media no more, man. Y'all see my posting is
Mm.
very low. Like I post because I have to,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
keep, just to stay face. I
Right.
hate social media. I'm sorry, it's just the same shit over and
Mm.
over and over. Like, oh, how much is it? How much? Of seeing someone's selfie and someone eating dinner, and how much of that shit could you take? Like, like, especially people who don't really check in on you, people who don't like, why am I even following you? Like, why am I even for real? Like, and when I scroll down the timeline and I see some artist pointing a gun at me, like,
Mm.
unfollow. I don't need that type of. I'm not. No, sorry. Unfollow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
that decision easy for me because I'm trying to cut my list short. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not with the message that I'm promoting, you're getting cut. Period. Because
Mm.
especially in this time of growth, when we need higher minds to come together, I don't need no low energy people on my profile posting a bunch of dumb shit that just seeping into, like, no, I'm sorry. The
That's a
comedy
good
is
point.
one thing. The comedy keeps me going. I love all the comedy. You guys keep you staying on my timeline for a reason. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you just need a good laugh,
For sure. For
and
sure.
people are making all types of jokes about like this Corona stuff. It's so like, even though it's not a joke, the jokes that they're coming up with off
Yeah.
of it, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
no, y'all did not. No, y'all did not.
But that's so true. If you're sitting around in Corona, haven't done anything, talking about I'm bored, man, that's I don't know what to tell you, man. Now's the
I don't know.
time.
Yeah.
Now's
Now
the
is the
time.
time. That just shows like, what do you? I mean, I guess you liked what you was doing before. Like,
Like I actually know people who have no dreams, no aspirations, just like
oh,
9 to 5. All right, cool. Like I used to ask them like, so like, what do you want to do? Like, what are you thinking? And they're like, go to work, come back, go on vacation. I'm like, hey, all right, do your thing. That
uh huh.
we are not compatible in that way. Like
Yes.
I have goals. So
Yes.
but the people who I know who have goals, man, they are filling up their time. They're learning new technology. They're learning how to make videos, how to make content, how to mix better, how to teach online, how to play.
Yes.
So I love that. I love
Hey.
that energy. I love the energy of people who are like, all right, Corona's here, everything's shut down, but let's still do something positive and let's keep it moving. I love
Yeah,
that.
and it kind of shows you. It kind of, I like, honestly, if you really take a good look at that, it kind of shows you who's serious about. It kind of shows you what people's
Mm.
mind states are with who you
Yep.
dealing with and who's around you. Like, all
Mm.
right, during this time, what did this person do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, during this time, what did that person do? During this time, what did that person do?
Yeah.
Okay, not to
Mm-hmm.
judge, but you're aware. People
Yeah. No.
people
No judgment.
it's like, well, first off, what people people judge no matter what, and what you post, you want people, that's what you want people to think about you. So
Yeah. 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 I definitely had like a student of mine who, yeah, uh, talk a lot, but like never do follow up on any actions. And I told him, I'm like, you say a lot of things, you talk a lot of shit, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any
yeah,
growth, no nothing. I had to be real with him, and hopefully the best. I hope he's doing well now, but like, at some point, your actions have got to speak for your words.
yeah, yeah. And I'm really big about that now, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been posting much, because I've been
Mm.
doing a lot more, and I'm like, with what I'm doing, I'm not ready to present it because you're not going to understand it yet. So it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. Like, I want
Mm.
everything that I'm doing to have purpose. I don't want to just
Mm.
put random things out there into the world anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like, time is just. I'm like, what day is it? The only reason why I know what day it is because of you. Gee, I know what day. And not even. I'm just looking at the dates because I'm not trying to f this up because my time has been so like I spoke to my. I called my friend and I was like, "Oh, hey, what you up to, Dralik?" Or Dralik, shout out to Dralik. Dralik's actually the one who and he kind of motivated me. He told me, "Yo, you should start a stream. You should start a Twitch account." So shout out to Dralik. But oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh no.
No, it's all good. We were just talking about like during Corona time, you know, we got to be doing something. You talking about your music, like how
It
to
was
keep it.
good. I was going somewhere good too. It was good. Dang, dang, it was good.
No, you were talking about like you don't want to just throw your music out there anymore. You wanna
Oh
release it with
yes.
intent and
Yeah. And
purpose.
so and now, all right. And so throughout my time in Corona, what I have been doing, I'll bring back into the new intent and purpose. Now I'm going to be releasing my music directly to video games. Instead of
Nice.
just putting the music out,
Mhm.
yeah. Instead of just putting the music out in that facet, I'm going to so they're gonna be in music in games. So you'll be able to
That's so
play
great.
my songs in Beat Saber, Audica.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep, yep. Synth Riders, that's another one I'm working on.
Nice.
Yep. So they got 3 games. My music is gonna be coming out on, and yeah, and from now on, all my music, I'm gonna be pushing it that way, and it's gonna be more towards up tempo gaming. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of just putting music out, I'm gonna put music out with a purpose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
music, the gaming community's been so lovely and so
Oh,
welcoming.
that's
They're
so
like,
nice.
"Yo, I can't wait to play some of your songs." I'm like,
No, but you know what?
"Yay!"
I don't know. Like you have a very positive energy, like a very kind of like welcoming energy to you. Like I've noticed
Oh,
that ever
thank you,
since day one. Like
thank you,
even
thank you.
even now when we just got on Zoom, like we haven't talked in years, and you were
Yeah,
like,
it's been
"Oh,
forever.
what's up, Jay?" I was like, "Whoa, what is new 1 o'clock in the." You got all this energy at 1 o'clock.
What's up, Jeet?
You have a very awesome attitude. I think that's gonna carry you so many places. It's really awesome to
uh,
see. For sure,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
thank you, thank you.
Oh
I've always tried
man.
to. I think that's it's so funny you say that. That's one of the things that I've tried to. I guess at some point I started to think like I don't know. I guess my train of thought, is just how I process things. Like I started to think, what are characteristics and people that I do like and people
Mm,
that I don't like, and this is just me as a child thinking about that. Like,
mm,
what? Why don't I feel nice around this person? Why don't I like the way that I feel around this person? Why do I love being around this person? Like, those type of things. And so and I realized the people that I love to be around or that made me so happy, those were the people who were always like, "Hey Nina, how are you?" Like they were always the people who made me feel welcoming and like you could be yourself, and they laughed a lot, So those are kind of the characteristics that I chose to keep. And I
yeah.
realized, and then I remember like in high school, I heard a quote from Tupac and I put it on my Instagram the other day. He said, "There's going to be some stuff you're going to see that's going to make your heart to smile in the future. But through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you got to keep your sense of humor. And you got to be able
Mm,
to smile through all of it."
mm,
So that Tupac quote carried me through, and it made me think like I don't have to change who I am because the world is changing around me, you know?
yeah.
So yeah, so I guess I've always kind of just
That's really good. I'm sure. Like I think more than anything that attitude takes you through any path that you. Because if you're a dick and just a horrible person, I mean, well, what am I saying? Like many people who have
it
reached
only
the top,
gets
they're
you but so
assholes.
far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
right.
I don't
Hence the
know.
A&R. Hence the A&R we ran
Yeah,
into, right?
so I don't know. Like, but I don't know. I prefer being around positive people, and I think you really give off that vibe really well. So and people who work with you
Oh,
probably
thank you.
feel the same way. That's probably why they keep coming back to you. It's because they're
Yeah,
like
all
they
right,
love the
thank you.
energy. If we're gonna
Yeah,
create art, why not be around some positivity? You know?
yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel too. And that's, I think that's a part of the reason why I like to. I kind of teach while I'm engineering. Like
Mm.
I say what I'm doing so that
Hmm.
people know what's going on. Like, all right, so right now I'm cleaning vocals. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
2 seconds. All right, so right now I'm doing this. I'm gonna make you sound like you on the telephone. All right, because some people they wanna know the process also.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm never stingy with how I do things,
Hmm.
never,
Hmm.
because I'll never forget. I went to, what studio was it? Quad, I think.
Mm.
And I went into, oh, and I learned a lot from Anthony Daniel too.
Woo! Shout out
I
Anthony
sat,
Daniels.
yes, I shout out to Anthony. I remember, and I wasn't ready for Pro Tools. This is around the time, ready? This is when I first came to Music Works, and I wasn't ready to handle those big sessions. So Sony, so they was calling their own engineers, and Anthony was one of the engineers on one of the projects at the time, and
So
he came in, and I sat down next to him in Studio
wow.
A in the studio, and any question I had, he literally answered for me,
Yeah.
and I so appreciate that because it shed light onto so many things. It really made the connections as to what Christos was teaching me, because
Hmm.
he was teaching me the fundamentals of how to set everything up and the busing and the order,
Yeah.
the auxiliary. I was learning all of that from him, and then I learned the templates the
Mm.
importance of the templates from Anthony.
Yeah.
So yes, and he showed me how, and I learned, like, the spacing of the vocals, and when the stacked vocals, how to move those around, how to pan them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I learned a lot from Anthony Daniel in terms of that.
Oh man,
So
he's
yeah,
such a
shout out to him,
mentor.
man.
And so
I love
Anthony's a
Anthony.
mentor to you, Preem, Blackheart Supreme, Lee,
Oh,
to
oh,
many
nice,
people.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so Anthony had a room at the back of Engine Room. So
Oh
he was
yes,
just
I went for a little
there.
bit. I never been to his new room though. I never saw his
He
room.
was just there, and he was I remember my favorite Anthony Daniel story, or I will call him Ant, but like,
Let's call him Ant,
um,
right? Yeah.
yeah, that's like it's weird saying his full name, but like, I was the
We're
assistant
just letting them
on.
know. We just letting them know, G.
Yeah, we got to shout him out,
Yeah, we
Anthony
letting them
Daniels.
know. That's
But we
right.
call him Ant, but
We
Anthony
call him
Daniels
Ant.
is his name.
Yeah.
It was we're working on what's it called, Tremaine, the Trey Songz album, the new
Oh
album,
yes, yes. Okay.
and or was it Intermission? One of those. And so I had to do I was
I
the
don't know. I,
assistant
I
master.
didn't listen to the last one. I confess.
Oh, that's okay. I was a assistant mastering engineer, and I had to do the transitions between songs. And I just remember, like, I had to add some reverb or something at the end to like tail it in.
Uh
And he
huh.
comes by and he listens to it and he's like, "Nah, man, it's not there yet." And he just walks away. And I'm like, "Oh shit!
Oh.
All right." So I do it again, and he's like, "Oh, you're close, man. It's not there yet." Walks away again. I'm like, "Oh, god damn it!" And I just try to get into it. And he finally comes around. He puts, and he's like, "That's R&B, baby."
Oh, that's R&B, baby.
He's
Oh, that's
such a great
so.
mentor, man. He's such a great
Yo,
mentor. He's really,
yo.
really something else. I mean, I don't know what he's
Wow.
up to now, but like, yeah, he's something else.
Yeah, he's definitely like. I trust Ant. Like, if I'm like, oh my god, I don't got no time to mix this record. I sent Anthony. Like, he's like tip top of. I love how he mix like pop R&B. Like,
Yeah,
I love how he
yeah.
mixed those records. Like,
But like you said, he's such a like he's so sharing with his knowledge and stuff. It's really nice.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
that's a part of why I am like that, because I remember it's so funny. I was in his room and some engineer did something. And it was some girl too. She did some little shortcut that I never seen before. And I was like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And then she just looked at me and like smirked us like, and then I was like, and she didn't say nothing, and looked back at the computer and kept working. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, no, no, seriously, seriously, how'd you do it?" And I remember she just did that same little smirk again and like shook her head and just kept working. And I was like, "Oh, it's like that." And then
wow.
from then on, I understood. I was like, "Yo, I'm never gonna be somebody like that. I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
nothing to do with them."
Like what? Why is she holding on to that? What's
Why?
the?
Right?
Yeah.
And then I realized she's a crab. She was one of those. You
Mm,
know, one of the crabs that's in the barrel. We ain't crabs, Jeet. Yeah, we are
yeah.
definitely not crabs. Like,
Yeah, what is
and
that? Do
they don't.
you think it's like them
That's what
just
it
feeling a
is.
sense of like power over you or something? You think it's something like
No, like they just don't want other people to get ahead. It's just, it's that type
yeah.
of feeling,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, I mean, you realize that later.
Yeah, yeah.
At the time, I was just like, I ain't effing with her. I don't know why she being like that.
I don't know
Uh,
if I said something. Why does
no,
she
at
not
the
like
time, yeah,
me?
because it's the first time people meeting you at that too.
Yeah.
So you got a different type of processing. It's a different type of mentality. It's a different type of mental, and that's what some people need to understand. In certain situations, you walk in with a certain mental space. Um, that's a whole nother topic.
No, for sure. No, no, no. Like you go in with one mentality, and then later,
Something
few
comes
years
up,
down
and
the
it's like,
line,
oh
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
oh, I should have acted this way, and it's like, oh, but I wasn't even thinking in that way. I wasn't even
yeah,
thinking to recognize that it was attached to this type of personality type,
yeah, 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 yeah. For some reason, that made me think of when I came in for the interview to be an intern at MusicWorks. Uh, Oh well, actually, it makes me think of two things. During that interview, one of the things that Chris mentioned was like, when you send an email, you really shouldn't say "Hey, man" or "Hey, what's up." You should really say something more formal. And to this day, whenever I send an email out, I say "Hello" or "Hi" or to whom it may like. I get really like he taught me that. He was like, you shouldn't like if you don't know me, you should be saying like "Hey, what up," you
Yeah.
should come across professional. Like this is you got to be professional. So I do remember that. So Chris, to this day, I've kept that lesson.
Well, yes,
Uh,
I've gotten that too. I've gotten that too.
but
I think
I rem-
that's a requirement. I think everybody gets that speech when you walk through that music works door. You don't say anything out in the music works name. Like, okay.
but that's. I mean, I realized later on that is an important part of it. Like when you're presenting yourself, the first thing it's just like if you walked into a session as an engineer in like your underwear and like a half-ass t-shirt. It's like no, it's not a great look. Like you present yourself in a
Yeah.
certain way. People,
Yes.
we were just talking about judgment, like whether consciously, subconsciously, whatever it is. When people see you, they immediately think, okay, I could probably fuck with this person. Like
Yes.
it's just
Immediately.
natural. It's just
Yes.
natural. It's just natural. So I do actually, put a lot of emphasis on that whole how to start off an email, especially if you don't know the person. But
Oh
I
yes.
remember during the interview, I said something stupid. I don't know. You guys had like a little waterfall thing for a plant. I don't know what I said.
Oh
Something like,
yes.
"Oh, is that the thing that helps you pee better or something?" It's like, why? Why did I like? I think now, like, why did I say that? And why did you guys hire me? Like, I should not have said so. What the fuck am I talking about?
Well, look. Maybe that's what got you the job.
We need somebody this brutally honest
Yes.
about this.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. We need somebody. We need somebody like this around here.
Man, that was such a good space for me to learn so much stuff. Like music works, just in terms of just organization and how to stay professional, how to keep the studio. Man, just eyeing those chocolates in that bowl every day is like, man,
So you
I'd
tell
love
my
one of the.
guy. Yeah.
No, it was a great space. I
Oh
mean,
man.
I'm really grateful for that opportunity for sure, and the console. It's really great.
Yeah,
Really,
me
really
too. I
fun.
learned a lot. Like,
Yeah.
especially with Chris. Teaching him his ways. With
Mm-hmm.
how to deal with yes, and emails. I wasn't comfortable with that. I tell you, I really wasn't. So I'm right with you, G. I'm right with you. Like what? Like come on, I think I'm out of college. Like come on, like I gotta write more stuff. Like I was done with the papers. It's just beginning. And
Oh
then we
man.
was doing some. I don't think you ever got in on this process. We were actually like just creating like prospect lists
Hmm.
and email and
Interesting.
reaching out to certain people. Yeah, Chris, we was working at it at some point. Yeah, at some point.
Wow, that might have been after I left. Uh, yeah. No, I think I
Yeah,
had
you
some
missed
fun
that. You didn't
projects.
miss anything with that. You didn't miss.
I like
But
the
that was
two
the code. That's when I had to work on the emailing and the professionalism at the hey,
Oh, really?
yeah. I mean, and in general, I guess when clients was when clients when the artists would reach out to us, You have
Yeah,
to know
yeah, yeah.
how to speak professionally in order to receive professional, you know,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people to respect you. You gotta be professional.
You got to. Yeah, that's something that took me a while to really understand. Even like just reaching out, yeah, all that stuff. Exactly what you're saying. Like just to be professional and to present yourself in a certain way that like gives you the opportunity. Like I always felt that like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be fake. I'm gonna be me, and that's that.
Me too. Me too.
But then at a certain point, it's got to be like, yeah, you can be yourself, but like you have to show that you're serious about this, and this isn't like a game for you. It's like you take this seriously, and somebody who's coming to you for their art to make their dreams happen, it's like they want to know you're serious as well. So I get that.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
It's different than the ones that just want to come in with their crew and just flaunt, and then they want to
Mm-hmm.
jump on
Mm-hmm.
the console and look cool on the gram, and
Right. Right.
those. I'm happy saying goodbye to those and only
Mm-hmm.
working with serious people
Yeah.
who's who's I'm interested in working with the real, not the posers, because
Mm.
that's what they are at the end of the day. You're
Yeah.
just a poser. Like, we've already seen what you're doing. Can you
Yeah.
be original, please?
Yeah.
Floss
Yeah.
City is supreme. We don't care. You ain't
Right.
acting supreme. You acting like the next the next loser we just saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to call them losers, but they got that loser mentality.
I
That's
think I
why I
think
call
that
them that.
happened. I think a couple of years ago I was definitely, when you're struggling for money and stuff, like you'll take on anything and you'll be like, I know this, yeah, he's a poser, but like I need to make that whatever 20 an hour or whatever. Fuck, I'll
Yes,
take it. Fuck it.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of like
At
what you
some
said
point,
about
it's like,
yeah, it's like
yeah,
what benefit is this really doing in the big picture of things?
yeah,
Now, granted, like, once you get to a point where you're financially secure, then you can't, it's so much easier to say no to like the first people you cut. That's what people need to understand. If you're like posing and if you're just like doing it for whatever, you're like the first people we cut
no,
out
we're
when
gonna
we
say
move up.
no.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're the first ones. Goodbye. Like, they don't even know. Yes, you. Oh my God, G, why you just exposed us? He just exposed us live on YouTube
I'm sorry to all my.
because they know who they are.
I mean, reality check. I mean, sorry, but
Yeah, you're right though, G. You just
I
yeah, you
don't
gotta leave
see
it.
I don't see a lot of top engineers working with phony people. That's all
Yeah,
I'll say. That's all I'll
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
So it is what it is. Uh, have you? So wait, you start. So music works. We met. I left. Had some time over there. When did you start? I feel like it was a few years after I left that you started really putting your art back out,
All
like
right,
your
so
solo stuff.
uh, take my seat again. Oh, yes, actually, exactly what you said.
Like what
So
was the
I had
trigger
really
for
just
that? Like
focused
what?
on.
Like why all of a sudden it's like, what? I want to get back and be a singer again.
Well, all right. So I never stopped creating. I was always creating on the low, but I was more so just engineering.
Mm.
And yeah, so all that's what I was focusing on. Everybody knew me as an engineer, but I was still making music. Like, I was working with Luo the Kid. I still work with him. He was always sending me beats, and we had at the time we had something called Baron Beats at the studio. So every
Nice.
Sunday we would invite all people to, it was just an open jam session at the studio. So
Nice.
we were doing that, and so I was still creating. I just wasn't on the forefront that I started to
Mm-hmm.
actually release anything. I
Mm-hmm.
started to release when I started to actually believe in myself as an artist, like, because there
Interesting.
was a point there where I never liked to look at my old stuff and what I did, because
Mm.
I didn't feel like that was me. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't want to look at that. Like, that was even before I found myself. Like, so that's not
Yeah.
even, like, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I
now
think I
I
understand.
see who
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, like, I see who I am. I see me, and I see my moves. I want to incorporate my dancing. I want to
Mm-hmm.
do I want to put me into my music
Yeah.
and put my music out there. And I know people will love the music because people love me.
Yeah. 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 I think that's absolutely it.
What
It's like integrating
I
yourself into your art. Yeah.
yeah, I just felt like it was time for me to put my music out there. Plus, we were getting big in the and we were getting big in the producer scene. We had
Mm.
partnered up with a producer organization, I Standard, and then
Oh yeah,
we
of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
so that's
standard.
when we started meeting other producers. And then from then I started to get on the stage and perform. So then people saw me as a performer. And
Mm-hmm.
then once I hit the stage and I was performing, then that's when Chris was like, "Oh, that explains why you always like this. You got so much performance energy inside of you, girl. We got to get you on the stage." So then from then, Chris started like, we started doing rehearsal and yeah, so then I started to build my artistry and that on the performing end. So, but yeah, and I wanted to put out music that I could perform to. So I guess now, so yeah, over the last like 3 years, I've been starting
Yeah.
to put out music. Oh, one of my singles got a placement on The Shy on Showtime.
Congratulations. That's
So thank you,
awesome.
thank you. That's right. We got to get lots more, baby. We got to get lots more, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I've always been a creator. Now I'm putting my music out,
Yeah.
and now I'm putting my music out in a different way, and I want to
Mm.
promote it a different way. I don't want things to. I'm a huge believer that if you just do this, you'll always just be another fish swimming in the sea with all the fishes if you do the same exact thing as everyone else.
Sure.
This is what separates you from the other fish that's out
Yeah.
there, the other artists making music. What separates me from, that's how I look at things. And so now and I understand that's what make people stand out, and what people love about you is
Mm-hmm.
that you are doing something different than
Yeah.
than what I can do,
Totally.
and that's what people like. I mean, people can relate when you do the same things, but I think there's always that sense of newness that people appreciate.
Oh,
And that I
absolutely.
think people, I mean, the uniqueness that people appreciate.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I was just talking to this artist yesterday, and she was like, "Yeah, kind of looking at the pop scene. I'm not really seeing anything new. The last big thing was like, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga. They were doing some really cool, different, unique things, but a lot of it is like just the same shit."
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people. It's familiar, so people buy into it. Like, kind of like you have your coffee in the morning, but it doesn't excite people. It doesn't inspire. It doesn't encourage. Like, I got into music because I was inspired and encouraged by people who were very unique and like very creative. I don't know if that whole factory farming McDonald's way of doing things is a it's a great way to inspire the next generation.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, McDonald's music. So like,
McDonald's music, yeah, takeout. Was it drive-through music? I call it drive-through
yeah,
music. So you're getting back into rap.
yeah. I'm gonna start rapping again. I mean, I'm always gonna keep singing, but I'm gonna try to rap more.
So you said, but not like you used to. It's gonna be different. The rap.
Um, I'm just rapping. I'm just creating. I
I'm
don't really got no.
curious.
I'm not putting no laws on what I'm doing.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not putting
very
no
curious.
labels.
I'm very curious to hear what you're about to do.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Man, that's
Oh, how
amazing.
about you? What you up to?
So I actually have been fascinated by. I think over the last 2 years, I've been really interested in like film and just visual production. I Me and my buddy actually co-directed and co-wrote our band's music video. So like I got really
Ah,
interested in like direction and like how to capture things and framing and storytelling. So
ah.
yeah, yeah. So that actually led me to join a company called the Criterion Collection, where we do like old films, audio restoration of old films, and like, oh, I just did the Bruce Lee re-release on the Criterion Collection. So like, I was a huge
Bruce
Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a
okay.
huge Bruce Lee fan. So it's like when they said, "Hey, do you wanna do the audio restoration for this?" I was like, uh, yes, please.
Yes, please.
So I've been
How did
really
you know?
yeah, no, I mean, you know how it is. Like when they asked me, on my face, I was cool as hell. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But inside, I was like, oh my god, this is it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that, and then teaching. I've never thought I was good. I would be good at teaching. I never thought I would like teaching. I did it because I started it like 5 years ago because I thought like, oh, it'd be a good paycheck to add on to shit. But then I really started enjoying, kind of like what you said. All the people who I learned from were so generous with their knowledge, and like I learned from just people showing me their techniques, and then I developed my own. And I was like, man, if I could do that for other people, that'd be really nice. I think I do want to be a part of that. So I just got
Yeah.
into teaching. Teaching's a beautiful
Oh.
thing. You teach as well, or like you just kind of talk as you're doing it.
Yeah, I talk as I do it. We did a few one-on-one classes.
You should.
My computer just shut off. By the way, yeah, that was not the Pro Tools one. The one that was streaming to Twitch. It just shut off. That's what.
Oh god damn! So this is
Yeah,
what you're
that's
talking
why.
about, the Mac thing, the Mac Twitch.
Yes. Here
Huh?
you go. This is what I was talking about. So my computer, my live just shut off. Just so you
That's
know.
so weird. That's so weird.
And I'm getting a new computer. I'm just about to. You're not gonna see me for like a week, and I'm just gonna like hustle and try to get some new computer
You'd
money.
be good at, you'd be really good at teaching.
Yeah, teaching is fun. I do a lot of one-on-ones every now and then, like we used to, but I'm more so about acting now. I mean,
Mm,
if somebody wants me to teach them something, yes. Like when I'm on the live, people ask me questions all the time. They're
yeah.
like, yeah, so they're like, oh, how did you do that? How did you? So yeah, I'm always teaching.
Hmm.
Teaching is fun. I like spreading the knowledge and helping people, yeah, learn
Yeah.
and increase their craft.
No, I think it's because of what you said. Like you had people who shared knowledge with you, so you feel it's a good thing to pass that on. I like that. I think it's a good thing. I think also,
Oh
I
yeah, and I was also on the Apollo for I mean, yeah, I was at the Apollo for the theater education
oh
division.
shit.
So that was pretty
Oh
cool.
wait, is
Yes.
this that picture you posted? Was
Yeah, and I was on the panel with Amadeus, Chris Brown's producer, Trey Songz's drummer. So I was on the
ah
panel with him and the Velocity Brothers, who they've
wow.
also produced some big records. They got placement in
Yeah,
video
yeah.
games. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, and I've also spoken at Five Towns College.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess I have done some teaching. Yeah, or some education. Yeah, I guess so.
No,
Oh
I'm
yeah, and then we did some with the Apollo schools. We actually did an education, like a nice education day with the Apollo um at a school in Manhattan. I forget the name
mm.
of the school. But it was a charter school, and we went and yeah, and actually, oh
Did you
shoot.
post a
Well,
picture about that one too?
yes, we did post a picture about that.
Is this the one I think I saw
Oh,
like
and we also did we held the competition for Bloomsburg College. We did a nice creative
uh
competition,
that's nice.
and yeah, it was cool. So we had the kids create songs, and then we judged it. We had Cinematic, Christopher,
Oh my
who else?
god, how's
Yeah.
cinematic doing?
Oh,
I've
Cinematic.
not
Oh, I haven't spoken to
ah
him since probably the pre-corona, probably. But
damn.
he's been in LA. He's cool. He's working it. He's still
He's
making that
awesome.
fire.
He's
Still making
awesome.
that fire. Yeah. Shout out to Cinematic. Shout out to Baco. Yeah, that was his main artist he was working with out here. She
Oh
was lovely. I love
shit.
Baco, yeah. She is another talented one. She got a voice on her, and she plays guitar. That's what I mean about I love when people work with musicians. So
Yeah.
when we work with musicians, we can hear the difference in between music that's just quantized
Yeah.
up. It's just
Absolutely. There's feel in it for sure.
yeah.
For sure. But we need I'm telling you, like we need more teachers like you, man, because like like I this is a generality, but there are a lot of teachers out there. Ooh, I don't want to say this, but fuck it, right? So, there's definitely a lot of there's a lot of bitter engineers out there who are now teaching,
Oh.
for that paycheck, and
Oh.
it's not good. It's not good. The kids are the
Oh.
ones who are suffering, which is kind of not great. A lot of
Yes,
people
and
who didn't really make it. You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
so funny you say that. And the one thing I will touch up on is when I was in back in college institution, which I'll probably never do again. The the one thing I did learn was the importance of the actual your instructor. Because
yep,
I remember I took accounting twice. I just didn't understand it. And then I took it the third time with a different professor, and it all made sense.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, you
There
mean
you
to tell
go.
me it was just the way that this guy was explaining it that I didn't
Yep,
understand?
yep. That's
And that's
so
what,
important.
yes, that's what made me understand the importance of the actual instructor. And I was like,
Hmm.
that professor needs to retire immediately.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot in the sound engineering community, and
So yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah. So you need to keep teaching,
Okay.
keep doing that
Okay, I'll
thing.
do it. I'll do it. Hey, SAE, SAE. Maybe there's a place to be there. I could teach like
Hey, yeah, hell yeah.
what kind of course would I teach at SAE?
You can
I
teach
would
Pro
teach
Tools.
something. I could teach Pro Tools. I'd also teach something that deals a lot with studio experience too, and dealing
Mm.
with with people. Because I don't
Why
think that's
don't you?
taught, and that's what needs to be taught.
Maybe you could do
No,
like a
I'm
workshop or
constantly teaching
something.
people how to speak to people and how
Hmm.
exactly what you said. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like engineers, you are expected to behave a certain way. You
yeah.
know, to maintain a certain amount of professionalism.
Right. But we should do a workshop or something at SAE. You know?
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let
that'd be
me.
cool.
I'm cool with the director, man. Him and
Yeah.
I are cool. So like, we should
Hey,
get. Let's try to get that going. That could be really dope.
yeah, that'd be cool. Do a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
little workshop, like understand who's who. Who are you supposed
Hmm.
to be listening to in the room? You know, the
Hmm.
manager, the artist, or
Right.
who do you listen
Right.
to? Who like those type of things? Because you don't want to offend anybody
Right.
when like you're the host of the party when you're in that chair.
Yeah.
You know, and
Preem says it's like it being in a movie. That's it.
what does he say? How so? How
He
so?
says like you got the artist, you got the homies back there, you got the manager, and like
Uh,
you're kind of like the director. You're like, oh, you. It's funny.
that's
It's like
true.
a movie.
That's true.
He's hilarious. He makes
That
me
is true though. You gotta, yeah, everything you direct in the movie. And then it's like, okay, time for the artist to go in. Okay, mixing time.
like, no, I didn't
Okay.
feel that one. We gotta get that again.
We didn't feel that. We need another take. Cut, cut. Does he need to take five? I think he should take five. You need me to make you a let me make you a tea. We got this grand artist tea here we make at Music
Oh
Works. Let me
man,
make it,
Music
you
Works had
know.
some good coffee and tea. I
Oh,
remember
we had some
that.
tea. Yo, shout out to Chris. That's all Chris. Yo. And now I need an espresso machine. I'm gonna have to get one for the house. Like missing that espresso. I've been sipping coffee. Oh, matter of fact, I should sip my coffee right. I haven't sipped my coffee since I sat here. Whoa,
Wow,
man. But yeah, man. The
that's
teas,
awesome.
we you gotta make the artist comfortable, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because that's when they create their best.
it really is.
Yeah, and then people, they open up to you and they're not so uptight around you, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah,
And then
if
they're
they're
like,
gonna,
oh, all right, so this person can be professional and they cool and make all right,
yeah, no, they have to be comfortable in order to deliver that message, right? I remember, like, I think with music, it's one thing, but I was doing, I think last summer, I did audiobooks, and
Oh,
audiobooks, there's no music to hide.
that's a
Like,
talent too.
yeah, there's no music underneath. You can't hide anything. Every little lip smack, every little if you ate the wrong thing, I hear all that in my headphones and like
Yes.
but you got to make like you can't be like, "Man, what the fuck is that?" You got to make them feel comfortable like, "All right, don't worry about it. Just be yourself, do your thing." Those actors, man, they're really professional. Like they really have to get past that whole uncomfortableness of some guy in the other room hearing every bodily function that's going on.
Yeah.
But you
And
gotta
then you
make them
gotta
feel
go to that
comfortable.
place every time, every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
we was doing some voiceovers. So that's how we got
Nice.
to meet a lot of actors at Music
Yeah,
Works.
yeah.
So especially the actors that live around Upper West Side. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
we were
yeah.
getting a few of those gigs.
That's you
And
you still doing voiceovers? Or rather not now, but like
but we were doing voiceovers.
that's
Those were
awesome.
cool. I
Yeah,
think
those are fun.
the last few, I think we was letting our um the senior engineer take over. Ja, he was letting Ja do it. I
Oh
don't know if you
wow.
met
I don't,
Yael. I don't
no,
know if you met him yet.
I don't think so. Ja?
It's so funny. I say his name how it's spelled. Yeah. I
How
say
is
it's spelled with a Y, Yael. As I always say, Yael. I love saying his name like that. But it's really Ja. It's Ja. Okay.
So wait,
Hey Ja.
how
Shout
many
out to
people
Ja.
are at Music
Music
Works now?
works.
Like,
So it's just me, Chris, and Ja. Ja
nice,
engineers. Ja makes beats too. Ja's dope on the
nice,
production end. So
nice. That's amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing.
so Ja was taking over a lot of the sessions when I started to really focus on my artist craft. So that's kind of where Ja came into play. He came
Gotcha.
into he last year is it? Yeah, last summer I went
Mm-hmm.
and I worked at Q-Tip Studio for a
Mm.
few weeks on the Danny Brown project, the one
That's
that came
awesome.
out. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then while I was gone, Ja was handling all the sessions. So Ja,
Uh,
yeah. So then, yeah, because I was already kind of, training him a little bit on the music works process, blah 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 blah. And he was already a dope engineer, so it was cool. I didn't have to, teach on that. I didn't have to say anything on that. It was more so our processes and how we run things. So
right,
it was kind
right.
of, he came in the door at that time, and then I went off there, and then I came back and just started really like really performing and focusing on art. So I guess that's really what it is. When I had more time for my artistry, that's when I started putting out more music.
That makes sense.
Yep. And now that I put out some music, I'm seeing the response that I get from the music, and the response is pushing me to release music in a different way.
Mm.
So like I'm not liking the response that I'm getting from just releasing it the way that I'm releasing it. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
looking to release it that way anymore. And plus that's
Mm-hmm.
how everybody is releasing music.
Right, right, right. Which is pushing you
So
into this video game thing, which I
yeah,
think is a
well,
great idea, by the way. I think that's really
thank,
good. That's a good idea.
thank you. Yeah,
So
we're
that's
gonna need
next.
some. We're gonna need
That's
some
your.
rock songs on the lineup. You know what I'm talking about? G, G think I'm gonna be hollering at G. I'm like G, Nina Creese vocals. I don't hear me on this. I like. Can I? I don't even know if I could like hum under what you're doing. Like is that possible? Like, oh man, I don't know if I can need a Jeet track. I don't know.
Oh, we'll
But
get you
yeah,
there. Oh, hell
yeah, yeah. You can teach me the
yeah.
screaming technique. I gotta get ready, G. I got to get ready, G. Let me have
Get
my
your
hot
waters.
tea
Get your
ready.
waters. Yeah,
Let me,
yeah,
what I
yeah.
gotta drink, tea. Tell me, G. What I gotta get? I need some lemon. What I need? What
Now
I
you
need?
just need to remember all those people who were condescending to you, and that shit will will come out
It's gonna come
naturally.
out. I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I got. I got too much peace.
Too much
I got
peace.
too much peace inside. I don't know if I.
That could be it. That could be it. That's awesome. So that's a great next venture. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I'll be releasing a lot more music that way.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time. So where can people find you? It is Instagram Nina Creese, Twitch Nina Creese,
YouTube.
musicworks.nyc, YouTube.
Yes.
Right.
YouTube.
Shout out to
Nina.
Chris again for always being the connection point. Much
That's
appreciated,
right.
Chris.
Shout out to Christopher.
Love it. Love it.
And a big thank you to Jeet. I appreciate you having me.
Of
And a
course, of
big yes, you've
course.
been so lovely. It's been so nice talking to you, reconnecting.
Likewise.
Definitely gonna have to do this again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got to. We
Let's
got
do
to.
it. When get that Twitch stream back up.
I got this. I'm about to hustle for like a good week, and I'm gonna be on a new PC. I'm gonna get me a PC.
There you go. There you go.
All right, because this is done. I don't even think I'm streaming today. My computer's down. My computer went down. I think I was recording Jeets. This is too much for it because I was live and I was recording. I pushed my little baby to the max.
Yo, yeah.
But you know what? This is a good. Oh look, we was about to end, but I wanted to before we end. I actually noticed the importance of keeping up with the technology now.
Sure.
Because like I had, my Mac that was been sticking with me. I bought this Mac in 2011, and it's one of those good models.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
That's a
the
long
one.
time.
Yeah, that's the one. It's time for me. And I guess now with all of the new technology that I'm pushing, and we got new plugins, and all of these things are taking a different tax on the computers like it hasn't been before. So
Yeah,
it's like this is showing me that, like, even if I could try to upgrade this, but it's time to
nah,
get the new. I
it's
got to
about
upgrade.
time.
Yeah, I got to get everything new. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
especially we're messing with new technology. We're making new music. You
yeah.
know, everything's got to be new. That's the one thing that I've
I
learned.
agree. You got to update. Like you don't want to because you've been sticking it with for so long, but yeah, at some point it's gonna reach its limit, for sure,
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
Jeet, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. Much appreciated. I will stop this live stream. So
Well,
peace,
all right.
everybody.
Later,
Let me
guys.
stop this guy.